Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon Copeland, and as always, this is Brandon's Opinion. This week, in Brandon's Opinion, I'm going to deviate away from my normal topics because I feel that I would be doing my viewers a very grave injustice if I didn't give them anything with some substance to it. And by this, I mean that I believe that I should give you something that's valuable to your life rather than just always giving my opinion on political issues, things in the media, things of that nature. So for this week, I'm going to talk about reforming the African American male's reputation. Now, I do want to express that I'm not limiting this to just African American males. But in all reality, I must admit that African American males don't have the best of reputations in America. So tonight, I want to say to every male, to every person to who this pertains to, this is not limited to just black men. However, I feel that we are the ones that need the most help right now. I want to start off with in this first episode about talking about the mindset of the African American male. Now, we're all familiar with the history of slavery and so forth and so on. One thing I want African American men to understand is that the Europeans or white people or Caucasians, whatever you want to call them, are not the reason for slavery. We have no reason to be mad at Caucasian Americans for slavery or anything else. For the simple reason, history shows us that the Europeans never ever went inland Africa. All the African slaves were brought to the European ships by other Africans to the shore. So we need to get out of, oh, the white man this, the white man that. We need to get out of that because it was not their fault. Our own people sold us into slavery. I want us to also understand that although we have been oppressed, we don't have to do the things that we do to come up. So many times I hear so many African American men mention that they have to turn to a life of crime and they have to turn to a life of the street and they have to turn to all these crimes to somehow or another get them out of their endeavors. But what we're not realizing is all this is doing is setting us back. Every time an African American male goes to jail for drugs, that's a setback. You're not going to overcome poverty in prison. I also want us to understand that every time we go out and steal, that is a setback. If you think that committing crimes, doing illegal activity is the right way for you to overcome your struggles, my brother, I'm here to tell you that there is another way. We cannot continue to be held captive by these mindsets that we have to live rough and rugged in order to come up. Another mindset that we must break. We take this whole got to have my respect thing way too far. Let me explain something to us. And this is not just for African American males. This part is for everybody. We have to start off first respecting everyone. There is no reason anyone should be running around thinking about they have to earn something that should be given to them as a human. There is no way we should be hating, jealous, envious. There's no way we should be that of each other because there is enough wealth, prosperity, security, and happiness to go around. We don't have to try to keep it all for ourselves. Brothers, we have got to break this mindset. We have got to start right now saying to ourselves, I will be better. I do not have to fit the stereotype, and I will become a leader to my young peers. Because our young generation, our sons, our daughters, our nieces, our nephews, they're looking at us. They will become what they see us do. And we are honestly not setting a very good example with what we're doing. We have got to change this. This starts today. It starts now. I challenge every African American male or other races to get up tomorrow morning and decide to do something different with your life that will be better for you and your children and your future and for the further reputation of our race. Because, brothers, we are becoming outcasts. The reason Trayvon was racially profiled, if he was because he was black. There are lots of crimes that happened and that I will admit probably did happen because the person was African American. But what we have to understand is that if we didn't have this reputation, these things wouldn't happen. You wouldn't walk inside of a gate with a pit bull in it that you don't know because they have reputations for being vicious. If a pit bull runs up to you on the street, you're going to automatically defend yourself because of the reputation that these dogs have. We have become the pit bulls. We have become the vicious stereotype that is believed to always be up to no good and doing something wrong because of our mindset. Yes, our forefathers were slaves. Yes, our earlier generations were oppressed. But guess what, brothers? That's over. There is not an African American walking today in America that can tell you they were a slave. It's not. It's over. It's been over. It's time for us to let it go. It's time for us to stop wanting to fit the stereotype. It's time for us to walk upright. It is time for us to change our reputation. African American males, tomorrow when you get up, I want you to go and decide what can you do to legally make your life better, and what mindset do you have that you need to change within you to start changing the reputation of our race as a whole. And I honestly pray and hope that this reaches us, that this touches us, and that we understand that we don't have to be this horrible, horrible stereotype. I'm Brandon Copeland. That's my opinion. Follow me on Twitter at Grand Albanil. Friend me on Facebook on my fan page at Brandon Copeland. Look for the picture of Poseidon and that will be me. God bless. I'll see y'all next time. And tomorrow I will be coming to you yet again with another heartfelt message on how we can reframe and reform the mind and reputation of the African American male.